Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your special update here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Queen of Wands. This is a lot of stature. This is someone with some intent, right? This is a very powerful personality. This is someone that feels kind of larger than life, okay? I wonder if this has to do with sort of your confidence, you know? This is water and fire. Yeah, there's water inside this card, if you could believe it, right? It might be that we're trying to put on a brave face. It might be that we are trying to, it's kind of like when you're, I don't know, if you have an encounter with a bear, right? They say that you're supposed to make yourself really big and loud and scream and scare the bear away, right? At least in theory. I don't know. Thankfully, I've never been in that situation. I hope you never have been and never will be. But I feel that that's kind of the energy, that we're trying to make ourselves as big as possible to overcome something. Okay, that we're sort of stepping beyond what we feel are our sort of normal capacities and capabilities to push through. Okay, we got to put this card into a little bit of context, okay, and see how this is playing out and what it might actually be referring to. It is a Sagittarius energy. It might be important for you to watch the Sagittarius reading. Okay, this could be a Sagittarius person in your life as well that we kind of feel we have to stand up to in that way, and we have to make ourselves bigger. And we got a 10 of Pentacles. Making ourselves larger than life so we can achieve this larger than life goal, right? 10 of Pentacles. That is nice. That is really, really good. Oh my gosh, and a 9 of Cups underneath. The Moon card, yeah, that makes sense too. The Emperor, very strong. The 8 of Swords in this position, we got to avoid overthinking this because we get into this mode. You know, it's like that confidence when you're just larger than life, right? And you're out there and you're doing it and it's working, but as soon as you start thinking about it, it's the Wile E. Coyote kind of energy, right? As soon as you start thinking about it, you're going to fall. You're doing this really big, amazing thing. Keep your mind out of it. Don't start thinking about it, you know? It takes us out of the zone, gets us off the frequency, right? If there is, Gemini, anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Yeah, we'll put the rest of our cards out on the table. Wheel of Fortune, oh yes. The Libra energy, the Adjustment card. The Death card, and, oh, wow, 4 in a row. 4 major arcana energy. The Magician at the end. That is fantastic. That really is, this is something special. This is, wow, this is big, fated changes. All right, and they're happening fast. Yeah, the fire energy here is really saying, keep doing what you're doing. You may be faking it until you're making it, and that's all right. Don't lose that confidence, that grandeur, that stature that you have. Okay? Don't overthink it. Don't start doubting and questioning. Don't be like, oh my God, I'm doing it. You're going to fall. Don't think, this is never going to work. You're going to fall. Right? We got to stay almost silent, mentally silent, right? This air energy, the Swords cards, this is front and center. This is the very center of the tarot table today. Everything hinges upon this. Your analysis, your over-analysis. Okay? We got to turn down that aspect of the Gemini energy. It's Jupiter in Gemini. It's too much thinking. It's rumination, right? It's just the mind sort of looping back in on itself, and there's no point to it. We got to be able to turn that off, and that's not easy to do, okay? The major arcana on this side is really significant. We have this idea of timing, of luck, of serendipity, right? Of expansion. We have this idea of balance. It's kind of the tightrope walker, right? It's sort of the card of. I feel like this is kind of the card of like counting your money, you know, like you're weighing the gold out on the scale, you know. It feels like this is talking about how you're going to be needing to adjust to your new life, right? The changes that are how we're trying to kind of maintain balance in our own lives with all of this success that's happening. And I think that you're really getting that 10 of Pentacles is like a jackpot, right? How's it going to change your life? How are you going to maintain your spiritual equilibrium in all of this success, right? It's a very good problem to have, right? We've got the Death card, transformation, evolution. This, again, kind of the tightrope walker. This looks like somebody who's cutting their own way through the jungle. It seems like you're doing something kind of dangerous here in a way, right? But look at that. The magician, the performer, the one who is doing it. The magician is the tightrope walker. Kind of looks like they're walking the tightrope. And to be successful at walking this tightrope, you got to be able to turn off your mind. You've got to have the confidence and the authority that you're meant to do this, right? You've got to obviously have balance, a spiritual balance, but, you know, kind of physical agility too. And you got to have a little bit of luck, right? Just if you're given the opportunity and a little bit of luck, you're going to do the rest. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with Alien Simon Mork Ripley. Big round of applause for ASMR. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the end, right? But it will tie everything together and give us our confirmation. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments down below. Yeah. We can do it together. We can exercise our intuition. But let's look around the room because this is nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana energies. 6. I don't think we've ever, I mean, there may be one reading a year ago that we had literally all major arcana energies. I don't know if it was for Gemini or not. I think it might have been for Virgo. But 6 is certainly the most that we've had here in a long time. And this is that wow energy. This is big time. Okay? Spirit is here showing you everything that you've got everything that you have, everything that you possess in your soul that needs to come to the foreground in order for you to succeed. Except, of course, for our moon card, but even this too. Because this is the card of fear, right? This is the card of being in a dark, scary forest. You got to take a step into the darkness. You got to step into the jungle, right? If you're sort of going to, carve your own way through. If you're going to make your own path, right? You've got to step into the unknown. And this is what you did. You took a big risk, dark, scary forest, a doorway. You entered it not knowing how it was going to turn out. And this is the bear. Yeah. And then this is you just sort of exuding this confidence, exerting yourself, growing yourself, becoming as large as you can to confront that bear. It's your confidence. Sometimes you got to fake it, right, till you make it. You have to just exhibit this confidence, wear that mask of confidence, even if you're frightened, What I tell my daughter, too, she's 4 years old, I said, if you're not scared, then you're not doing something right. If you're not scared doing these big things that we do, or classes and all this stuff, if you're not doing something that scares you, maybe we need to think a little bigger. Maybe we need to do something a little bit more unique, right? A little bit more momentous. Yeah. This is for all the marbles. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is everything. This is how you're going to manifest your best life. You are conquering your fear by just being confident. Even if you don't feel it, you're projecting that energy of confidence, saying that this is your best life and you're going to go out there and get it. You may be just scared out of your wits. You should be. Right? But we're projecting this confidence that says, yeah, of course I'm going to get this. There's no doubt in my mind. Well, let's make sure that there is no doubt in your mind. Let's get rid of this if we can, okay? So anyway, 6 majors of fire, water, air, and earth. Absolutely crazy. This is nuts. Not only do we have 6 major arcana energies, 6 is a very magical number. Represents the sun, represents the self, represents success, health and wealth, pride. The 6 represents true confidence. Yeah. And the clarity, the perception, the knowledge, the foregone conclusion that, yeah, you're going to succeed. It's kind of spirit is saying, I've got you. You know, that you do your part and you have this little bit of luck and the opportunity and you're going to do just fine. All right. And of course, we have our very balanced elemental energy, fire, water, air, and earth. You couldn't get much better than this. Right. So the 10 of Pentacles is the successful completion of whatever this is, the successful outcome, your best life. This is the jackpot or the pot of gold or the finish line that you're after. This is what you're hoping to achieve. Okay. Underneath everything is this 9 of Cups. You're essentially an optimist. Okay. You understand what it is you want in life. And I think that you have this. This is the only reason why you're even here, why you're even in this dark, scary forest, right? Because you know that the physical developments of this thing, right? The physical manifestation, the materialization. Look, we're going fire to earth here, right? You're going your will to realization, right? Heaven to earth, above to below, fire to earth. This is the act of creation. This is the act of manifestation. You know that manifesting this reality is going to give you unbelievable happiness on every level of being. Physical, financial, mental, emotional, spiritual, creative. 3, 3, and 3. And the 3 of Cups is abundance. So you're getting abundance or joy or satisfaction, fulfillment on these different levels of being. This is happiness, the 9 of Cups. This is you knowing that what you're doing is generating happiness in your life. You're generating joy on every level of being. From the top of your head to the tip of your toes, right? This is really, really good. And so this is our motivation. This is the only reason we're here. If this situation didn't have the potential for this 9 of Cups type of, happiness and joy and fulfillment and satisfaction, I don't think you would have taken this step into this. And even this Moon card is saying that, yeah, there's no guarantee of the outcome. This is a dark, scary forest. This is the unknown. This is the jungle, baby. Right? But this card also gives you the clue about what is necessary to succeed. The Sun. The Six. The six major arcana energies. So this is a very positive omen. I think that you're somebody who you recognize the opportunity. We're scared of it. We know that it could really be leading to that happiness, that ultimate fulfillment, that Nine of Cups. But maybe that wasn't enough to get you through the door. Maybe you had some sort of revelation, some sort of synchronicity. There was a certain number or symbol or a certain word spoken or some sort of image. It was like a synchronicity for you. And you said, that's spirit communicating. That's a confirmation. And that gave you that little extra bit of courage to go into it. Yeah. So, I mean, it could be any form of synchronicity. A message from spirit that you saw, you heard loud and clear. And you said, okay, that's the green light. That's spirit giving you the go-ahead, the okay. Yeah. Very nice. And the Emperor energy above everything. This is what we're trying to project. This is what we're trying to be, right? In control, right? But also a little bit detached. And as if we can be a little bit detached, like if we're not so desperately in need of that outcome, and we're not, it's almost like we're stepping out of our body a little bit. And we're just we're making the decision, we're taking the action, we're having the authority, and we're exerting, we're extending our will. But then there's that part of us that sort of steps out of it and just allows ourselves, right, to do the thing. That we're not so attached to it, because if we're so desperately attached, we're going to start worrying about it. We're going to start analyzing every little detail. Oh, God, I can't believe I said that word. Oh, no, where am I putting my hands? Oh, my feet aren't in the right place. I feel a little wobbly. My stomach's rumbling. There's all these things that we pay attention to. And then we fall. Okay? So we step out of it a little bit. Or, I mean, maybe you say we step into it so much, right, that we lose that self-awareness. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's a detachment. So that we're not necessarily observing ourselves. At first it felt like a detachment, but then I kind of think, well, then we're going to be probably picking apart, oh, look at that, I can't believe I did that. And, so maybe that's not it. Maybe this is the full immersive experience that we forget who we are and where we are and what we're doing. All we know is that we are this fire energy. We are pure fire accomplishing this goal. And maybe that's the way that we can avoid our Eight of Swords, because this is some self-observation, which is very good. We want to be able to do that, but not in this situation, not right now. Maybe later on we can critique ourselves, but in the moment, this will destroy our frequency, our vibe. We will fall out of the zone. Okay. And maybe the only way to turn off the Eight of Swords is to be so immersed in this that there's no consciousness, there's no self-consciousness. That for the moment, it's a spiritual experience, it's a mystical experience. We're blotted out. Our human personality does not exist in that moment. Right? Fully immersed, fully united with this effort, this energy, this moment, whatever it is for you. That there are no thoughts to be thought. Yeah. Because this is part of that Gemini energy, picking everything apart and analyzing it over and over and over again until we're incapable of any sort of actions. Tangled up in the wires of our own thoughts, overcomplicating it. micromanaging, nitpicking every little tiny detail. We're critiquing every little thing, right? We've got to turn that off for this particular situation. Okay. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent. This is all good. This is wonderful major arcana energies. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Supports the channel. And I appreciate that. All right. Wheel of Fortune is your general energy. Allow yourself to recognize that you are in the right place at the right time. Recognize that you are meant to be here, that you deserve to be here. Don't have what feels to me, especially with our Emperor and this one, the Eight of Swords, that culprit. We do not speak the name there. It sort of feels like there's an imposter syndrome kind of vibe, you know? It's just like, I'm trying to fake it till I make it. I'm trying to be larger than life. But inside, it's like, I don't feel like I even belong here. I feel like I'm in the wrong place. I should not be up on this tightrope. I should not be out on this stage. I should not be the one in front of this group of people giving this speech or lecture or presentation or whatever it is. I think it is something big, right? I have a little bit of this stage fright vibe, you know, that it's something that other people are going to be paying attention to, right? And when people start paying attention to us, we start paying attention to us. And Eight of Swords. Damn it, we're back at the Eight of Swords, right? So we have to allow ourselves to have this confidence that says, you know what, I belong here. I earned this right. This is a very serendipitous moment. I'm not going to squander it. I'm going to ignore everything I have to ignore. I'm going to ignore every person out there in the audience. Imagine them all in chicken outfits, whatever you got to do, right? This is your moment. This is how you are going to expand your will. You have to be so large in your spirit that you fill the room. There's no room for anybody else. There's no room for doubt. Right? It's just you up there and the bright lights, you know? This is a moment that's going to change your life. This is going to give you, I think, a lot of expansion, a lot of room for growth, too, in other ways. It's going to provide you the opportunity to do a lot of the things you've always wanted to do. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, there's a lot of profit here, a lot of prosperity coming in. You're leveling up. You're expanding your life in a very real way. Okay? And it's meant for you. It's your time. Okay? This is your big shot. Yeah. And, of course, we've got the adjustment in the environment. You know, we've got to say the right words. We've got to be professional. We've got to make the right connections. We do need the intellectual energy in some way. This is a higher mind, though. It's not an Eight of Swords. This is balance. Okay? This is justice. This is also part of this card of karma that kind of says, look, you deserve to be here. You know? And justice in the sense of it's fair. It's like you've worked your way up here. You've built this whole history in your life. Whatever's led to this moment, you've earned it. You've built it. You deserve it. It's your right to do this now, to at least have your shot. Yeah. And so it's Spirit's way of saying, trust that you belong here, that you deserve to be here, and that you are strong enough and smart enough, and you can maintain your balance and your composure. Okay? To succeed at this. Yeah. Justice card in the environment, talking about your relationships. Talking about having the right kind of relationships that are going to foster your growth and your opportunity and your success. We want to surround ourselves with people that can give us the vibe that we need. You know, the same way that you might, before a big event, you might put on some heavy metal music or something, right? You got to get pumped up. Or when you're at the gym and you're going to listen to some, some loud music or something to get yourself in the mood, right? We've got to network. We've got to associate ourselves with the right people, right? Make the right connections. Okay. This is also a card, too, that's telling me that you're not going to compromise. That you're all in. You're not going to take any kind of like second place prize. No parting gifts here, right? It's sort of all or nothing. This is big changes in your life. And now this card becomes the adjustment card. How are you going to adjust to all of this success, right? Have you thought about that? What's the aftermath going to be? If you have this really big win, this jackpot, all of this profit, all of this prosperity, how are you going to maintain your equilibrium? Okay? And with the death card there, how are you not going to lose it, right? If we gain all of this, you got to make sure that you stay in control of yourself, right? So that you don't sort of squander this moment or this big win, right? The aftermath. How are you going to maintain your equilibrium, your spiritual balance? With all this success, that's a very good problem to have, but it is a real problem. Okay. You have to be even more discerning. It's going to be work, right? You're going to have to weigh every single option. Everything that comes your way, you're going to have to adjust so you can keep your balance. You can stay right in the middle. Right? You don't want to fall. You're achieving this great height. You want to maintain it. So maybe we need a proper budget, right? Maybe we need some professional help, find an accountant, right? Hire somebody to manage it for you, that sort of thing. This is a card of that professional energy, and it's in your environment. So I wonder if this is about those sort of professional services that you need to employ to help you maintain something. Maybe this is a business thing for you. Maybe this is a career in, show business or music or entertainment or something like that. This is saying be smart about how you handle this. As you become more and more successful, you've got to hire the right people to help you maintain this success. Okay? Because what we want is steady growth. Death card. Slow and steady change. It's a gradual evolution. Right? I think these big changes are happening really, really fast for you. We want to keep the momentum going, so we have to make sure that we maintain our balance and kind of gather the right people around us so that we can have continued success. And we can keep pushing forward deeper into this dark, scary forest. Let's see how far we can go. Right? The sky's the limit here. You're cutting your own way through the jungle here. We don't want to stop. Okay? We don't want to lose the momentum. We're in it for the long term now, I do think it's a very sudden change for you. And any kind of a sudden change is going to require that we sort of maintain our balance, maintain our composure. Because a sudden change, we could go right off the rails, So we want to keep it going. Yeah. And really, I think when we have this big sudden change in our life, it comes as a surprise sometimes, all the work in the aftermath to sustain that. It's kind of like, well, everything happens so fast and so big, right? This grand scale. Now, why is it all this work and the growth is very slow afterwards? I don't know why that is. It's this big burst, this big leveling up, and then it's just kind of slow and steady, ups and downs, but, things don't happen as abruptly as they did this first time. So it comes as a surprise a lot of the time. All of the hard work that comes after these big blow-ups, these big leveling up energy scenarios. So be ready for that. That takes a little bit of getting used to. Okay? That you're used to this excitement now, that we're kind of in this fiery energy, but now it's just kind of slow and steady. It's kind of like the routine. It's the growth isn't going to be as severe and sudden as it is in the first moment. Yeah. Things are going to slow down. Don't get discouraged by that. Yeah. The Magician is the next card because this is your magic. This is you accomplishing your will. What you have intended to do with your life, you are succeeding. You are manifesting your divine self out in this world. This is also the card, obviously, of the magician, the juggler, the performer. You may be, achieving some notoriety, some recognition. You may be a public figure. You may be a performer of some kind, an artist, a musician, an actor. The magician can be all of these things. The magician is, it's kind of it's the performative aspect of things. Well, you have to go and do this. Maybe you're up here giving the presentation or you're giving the speech or whatever. This is the moment in the public eye. Okay, and it may just be 5 minutes. And then all the other stuff that goes on behind the magician, all the transactions, all the deals, all the paperwork, all the complexity. When we think of a magician on stage or any performer, what we see as the audience, we see the 10-minute show or the 45-minute set. We don't see the thousands of people behind the scenes. We don't see all the wires connecting the amplifiers and stuff, right? We don't see the technical backstage side of things. All of the people, all of the paperwork, all of the complexity, all we see is that half-hour performance, And so I think it's a lot of that backstage work that's going to be kind of surprising to you. That it feels like, well, I can just go out here and do my thing for a half an hour and that's it. No, like the death card shows, there's a lot more to it. There's a lot that goes on, right? Especially if we want to continue making progress. Now, I want to look at our mystery card. I would like to see, gosh, we don't need anything, though. I don't want to see anything. Maybe the Fool. Maybe the universe. That's it. Because we have the perfect 6 major arcana energies and we have the perfect balance of the elemental energies. You're right where you're supposed to be. All of your energy is perfectly intact. You got integrity, you've got will, you've got the confidence. We just got to maintain the balance of all these things. Those 4 elements, we got to stay right in the center of that cross of elements. Keep them in balance. Stay in the middle of this 6, the number 6, right? Maybe it'll be a 6 of whatever, anything. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. The 2 of Swords. Have you not decided about this yet? I feel like you're on the cusp of this decision. Maybe you haven't. Have you not even entered that forest yet? Maybe this is why I felt compelled to do this special update for you, Gemini, because it could be that you are still sort of not sure what to do, right? And maybe Spirit's trying to show you, look, if you make this decision and you go into this dark, scary forest here, this is what you can look forward to. Spirit's trying to help you make the decision, okay? So I think for some of you, you haven't yet pulled the trigger on this yet. Nothing has been decided. And this is meant to encourage you. This whole reading is meant to say, look, if you do this, this is what will become. Okay. It could be that you're looking for some confirmation or encouragement or a validation of a decision you've already made. And this reading serves as that. Look, yeah, you made the right decision. This is really nice. Just don't overthink it. Right? Simplify. Peace. The 2 of Swords. Peace of mind. That's the key word for the 2 of Swords. Peace. Right? Rest assured that this is the right decision for you. Rest assured that you will achieve your goal here. All right. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there is a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Gemini usually on Mondays and Fridays. Okay? This is a special update. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know where I might see your work if you are kind of a public figure. Yeah, I would love to check out what you're doing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.